Movie footage used on the podcast is used for fair use. Nightmare Talker makes no claims or ownership and only use the footage for commentary and entertainment purposes. Please support the film and the art of filmmaking by watching Final Destination 5 on home media or wherever you can watch the movie. Enjoy the episode.
That's beautiful.
That was wonderful. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Smiley.
I had to add the pauses. The
Yes.
pauses were everything.
Smiley, I mean this in the nicest, most kind way possible. We need to rewrite that disclaimer because the amount of times you say use.
I like the term use. It's perfect.
The amount,
I love saying use.
your use per second is a little high.
You're telling me you finally can't use his disclaimer?
I straight up stole that from Dead Meat.
Dumbass! You dumbass! You're a dumbass! Such a dumbass! You're an ass!
So,
That too.
Well,
Dead Meat might get angry.
Dead Meat only get copyright claimed by YouTube itself instead of the actual, videos and the free use, so...
oh my gosh. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to Nightmare Talkers. It's your host, your boy, your extraterrestrial being, mentally incompetent host, Smiley, alongside
Tee-hee.
with...
You know me already.
This is the part where you say your name.
What if they don't know you?
They know me.
This Eldritch Abomination is Nova.
Yay! I get to be an Eldritch Abomination this time.
You're in a constant state of smiling, so your mouth is always open.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, and then
I can't see when I stick my tongue out.
the shark on top of their head is...
What's going on, my subscribers? My name is Explosive. You remember me from one episode, and if you don't remember me, you're gonna get to know me. And if you don't get to know me, then don't get to know me, because I'm one of the shark. Rawr.
Energy.
the energy coming off of this one. Anyways.
I'm radiant. Radioactive, maybe.
What?
Oh. No wonder my
Nuclear
ears
fallout.
are bleeding. I have my freaking volume all the way up.
I told you to turn me down.
Anyways.
One task.
Yeah, just one task. You had one job. You had the one job.
Yep.
Anyways.
Dude, that's the gift card. Why did you redeem it?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a long episode.
That's okay.
So
I'm in
yes.
brain rot mood.
Oh god. Anyways, yes. So we are talking about Final Destination 5.
Woohoo!
It's not the Final Destination. That
Not
one was
the
trash.
Final Destination. That one's number 4.
Yeah, that one's trash. And then you have the 6th one, which they're getting a sequel, so I can't say that's the Final Destination of Final Destinations. So that's sad.
Yeah.
Or the 7th.
Well,
Because
so technically the 5th one was supposed to be kind of like the wraparound one, because like the 4th one
What?
is technically the last one because the 5th one is a prequel.
Yeah. No, rabbit. See, but I feel like if there's a 7, it's going to continue, and I don't think it's going to go further back in the past. Because we had the last 2 movies in the past.
Yeah,
Well, Partially.
kind of, sort of. So actually, they weren't gonna make a 6th one because this one actually had really bad reviews on it.
Really? But 5 is so good. Like, the character...
The CGI.
But
Was
we're getting into that when you ask our
You
question.
know, the CGI
The
sucked.
CGI
What?
was absolutely horrible.
It was better than the 4th, but it was still awful.
Whoa, 3D.
Whoa!
That was
Gimmick!
the point. That was the point because like I think it just followed the trend of a lot of horror movies, and
That's why
decided to
Saw
go-
3D sucked too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
3D
really
horror
hard
was
to
a loss.
type with these fingers.
Have you tried
Why are you
pushing
typing?
harder?
You don't need to type.
You can push harder. That usually works for me.
Oh Jesus!
No, I'm talking about with typing. Your
Uh-huh.
keyboard. Push the button harder.
I'm on my computer. I mean, not my computer. Fudge. Sickles. Haha! I didn't say a bad word.
I'll say a bad word.
Don't
No.
say a bad word.
You want to say a bad word?
We're getting limited. We're gonna get stream limited. We can't do that.
We're past. Are we past the first however many seconds?
No, Twitch is gonna be angry.
We're not on Twitch.
Oh, YouTube's gonna be angry.
It's just okay as long as we're past a certain amount of seconds.
That's not.
It's
No.
after 30 seconds, I think.
Have we been recording for 30 seconds?
Yeah, looks like
It's
it.
been 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, other than the pre-roll footage.
Pre-rolls.
Apparently, it has 61% rating on there
Ooh,
on Rotten Tomatoes.
And Rotten Tomato.
that's because they're like, well, it's better than the last one.
It's not exactly fresh, but it's pretty fresh.
I think it was a lot better story-wise than the Final Destination or the Final Destination 4.
I feel like it's better story-wise than 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I love the characters. The characters are so silly, except for one, which I'm glad died. I hated him.
Which one?
Yeah,
Fat man.
Isaac.
Oh, okay.
He's not dead.
What?
You'll get the joke later.
Well, so, the explosives is now hopping in on here. So we just talk about it. We're not going through the movie itself. We just talk about it.
We just talk. We just be yapping. It's big yapper hours.
Yay!
So yes, we can say things like the Isaac death was actually pretty interesting. So what I like about the Final
Wait,
Destination.
Smiley.
What?
Pause.
Pausing.
Spoilers for the movie Final Destination 5.
What? This podcast episode where we're talking about the movie is going to contain spoilers for the movie.
It's gonna contain a lot of spoilers.
I can't be here. I've never watched any movie ever.
Final Destination 5 that came out in the year 2011.
I thought that one was 6. No, wait, which one was 6?
6 came out this year.
6 is
No,
the newest.
2006. 1 came out 2006. Was that 3?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, but we're not talking about 3. We're talking about 5. Get back on track,
I mean, we
guys.
can talk about 3.
No, get back on track. We're talking about 5.
This family makes me want to murder people.
My AC is out and I'm wearing a hoodie and gloves. I am dying here.
That sounds hot.
Look, Smiley, what you need to do is adopt a 2D virtual avatar. So then you don't have to bundle up.
Have you tried opening the fridge?
Have you tried being an anime boy?
The fridge is right there.
Have you
Ethan.
have you tried getting the milk?
Not yet. Not until they get the tube out their arm.
Until Nova says,
I
so
got
I'm
two in
pregnant.
my arm. This is the anti-milk tube.
I am so interested in, like, just shattering it, just giving it a right
That is
hook.
dangerous!
Let me right hook the tube. It's
Don't
right there.
instant release chemicals into my
I
body.
can see it. I can fight it.
No. No.
I'm jealous of that tube. We'll
You're
get to that
jealous of the
meeting when
tube?
you're older.
Why
Okay.
are you jealous of the tube?
Okay, well,
We'll get to
okay,
that meeting when you're older. When you're Top 10 smiley panic moments.
Wait! Don't make me do more editing than I have to.
I'm walking on a fine line.
Holy fucking shit!
Best two, put it in the money. Donation to the Black Lives Matter movement.
It's
Ah!
going, it's going to St. Jude's Children's Research. Come on,
That's the hospital I was born at.
you were
Oh.
born in a cancer research facility.
Yes. I was removed from my mom.
You were a tumor. Got it. Nah, explains
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Happy removal day, tumor baby.
Instead of happy birthday, it's happy removal day.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Hold on.
let's get back to what we were talking. Yeah, that's distracting me right there.
Your fridge?
My face.
Or your ramen
The
noodles?
face that keeps
Oh.
lighting up in the. My face keeps lighting up in the
I'll
corner.
put him away. There you go. Now you don't have to see
No,
him.
my ramen noodles are amazing. I'm broke.
I know, right? Wait, is that beef? You got beef
Smiley.
up there?
No, that's-
Smiley, is your refrigerator running?
No.
Oh.
It lost
Better
its
not
job.
go catch it.
It lost its job. It's one of the
Oh.
Aw.
it's an unemployment friend. Unemployed friend. It's going
felt.
skydiving in a couple weeks. Anyways,
Speaking of skydiving, Final Destination 5, where everyone decided that it'd be a great idea to go bungee jumping without a cord.
true.
Yay!
See, what I like about the Final Destination movies, you ever played that game Mousetrap?
Oh yeah,
And that's what Final
that was a classic.
Destination
You always,
is. It's a,
I always lost the marbles.
yeah, I could tell. Anyways, but Final Destination is kind of just
I
like
needed them.
I like to refer to it as a very eccentric, out there Rube Goldberg machine. You got one piece that leads to another piece that leads to another piece that has nothing at all to do with how they die.
Yeah.
One Piece?
No, because that's not
Oh.
the real One Piece. It's the friends you made along the way.
Luffy became cloudy, and he got stronger, just like in Dragon Ball.
Oh, this is. I love how we're not talking about the movie and we just keep.
We are. I just gave my thing. Rube Goldberg, death, plot point, doesn't
Plot
kill the
point,
character.
plot point.
Here's something from out of nowhere that dies.
They did up the death, like the craziness of deaths in that movie.
Mhm.
Like, how do you die doing a gymnastics move like that? Like that. It's like your bones are made out of like paper at that point.
See, I have an explanation for that because I had to explain it to Nova.
You did not.
Why it didn't make sense.
I explained it to you
No.
why it did make sense.
No, because listen, she
Other than
is
her leg
doing a
breaking.
backflip, right? And because she's doing a backflip, her momentum is spinning in a clockwise motion to the camera, right? Right. So if she's spinning clockwise, how is she gonna land on her neck and her spine at the same time?
All
She
right, let me
can't.
pull up.
She's just gonna land sideways. So it physically cannot do it. She's doing a side spin.
Explosive. Have you ever watched a horror movie?
Have.
All right, so I'm going to illustrate this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
For the class.
Whoa, what did you do?
Apologies for audio listeners of the podcast.
What did
So-
you do? What are you doing?
Woman. Yes?
Use your drawing. Use your pen.
Oh, yeah,
You have
I
a
forgot.
drawing pad.
Alright, fine. So, woman.
Okay.
She is in this position. Here, she's holding onto the bar.
I don't see any. I don't see anything.
I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, geez, I have to edit this part out. Thanks.
You're gonna edit out your incompetence?
I'm gonna edit
the fuck?
out. I'm gonna edit out you freaking doing. That I have to do this.
Yeah, research for audio clip. You know, hit him with the.
Okay,
the
continue.
Okay, so upright, hanging from bar. Yes?
Uh huh.
Do flip, they end up here. So then, while they are doing flip, they end up backwards. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because flip is going this way.
yes.
They end up upside down, because flip is going this way. They hit floor at this angle.
But how did they
Thus
go into
causing-
a scorpion?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If they hit from that angle, the neck was bent out to the right. So lay them flat. See? We're getting to the real questions. No! It was the legs.
Well,
It wasn't.
also,
I mean, it was her lower spine.
this is
Okay,
Final
again.
Destination we're talking about here. Nothing makes sense how these people die in these movies.
How does landing on your front make it go backwards?
Because physics make your legs go slam.
It was also on the mats. There was nothing to bounce.
Those mats don't really protect as much as you think they do.
Okay, gymnast.
I did gymnastics for a whole 4 years.
I did gymnastics for a whole of 30 seconds.
I just didn't.
They
I
keep you
watched
from
a
breaking
distance.
breaking your bones every time. They will not protect you from every single injury ever.
Got
Especially
it.
the one that she landed on. That was a thin ass mat.
Got it. Well, there we go.
Now,
Thank
back
you for
to
coming
the
to my
video.
TED Talk.
Back to the video.
Video.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Big stretch.
Oh, Smiley, big stretch.
Bloody big stretch.
Yes, Smiley big. Well, I'm lightheaded.
Smiley, big stretch.
Yeah, you stretch so hard, you're like that.
I actually am like legit lightheaded now.
Uh oh.
Stop doing that.
No.
See, it fixed itself. I got you. You prank.
Why am I doing that? I'm the one who's gonna be fucking editing this, or Sam's gonna be editing. You say, "Fuck you too, Sam." Anyways.
Yeah.
Sam, you will not be getting paid like I paid Robin $5.
Wait, we're supposed to be paying Robin?
I did,
You
or at least I promised I would, and then I did not.
Pay our editors?
I poked out my eyeball.
You have
Stop
one
playing with
hole.
your holes.
You have one hole. How did you do the other?
It flicked in. I went like this, and the rubber finger flicked in.
See, that's video game armor math right there.
Yes,
Like,
yes, it is.
actually.
Very
Stop
much
playing
so.
with your holes.
So can
Live.
we talk about the bridge scene real fast? I thought it was
You mean
pretty.
the bridge that's right behind me?
I thought it was pretty constructive how they implemented the bridge into a Final Destination series.
Did
Honestly,
you say it was pretty constructive? Did you really just try to pull a pun?
it worked. You didn't notice. I said it smoothly.
No, I just didn't want to bring attention to it because I didn't think you deserved it.
It was a nice build up.
No,
It was a great build-up.
Just stop. Just stop. No, dear Jesus Christ.
Anyways, main characters are on the bus. They decide to go on a retreat because company needs so. But they go to the bridge and guys are doing jackhammer stuff and they're drilling. I'm not sure how the handsaw caused all this to pop off, but they did it. Cracks start forming on the bridge.
Well, they said it was
Bridge.
also the wind.
Yeah, that too.
It must have been the wind. Anyways.
Must have been
See, safety glasses. They should have been wearing safety glasses and high visibility vests. That would have saved them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do that.
Did they have hard hats on?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the order? It was the ballerina lady.
It
Die.
was.
Gymnast?
It was. Candace.
How did Candace die?
Candace dick fit in your mouth. Oh!
I was also about to say that, but I
Uh,
restrained myself for the sake of the podcast.
So our shawty here, Candy,
Mhm.
gets thrown off the bridge. No, Candy doesn't die off the bridge. How did Candace die?
Candace, no, she falls. No, wait.
Yeah, Candace falls and lands on a pole that goes right through her torso.
Yeah, she lands on a boat that's traveling underneath the bridge.
That's kind of ironic because she spends all day twirling on the little gymnast poles and dies on a pole. I see what the movie did there.
No, I think they just wanted to impale somebody.
All right, the next person to die was the Fat Man. I hate him
Isaac.
so much. He was being a little gremlin, a little creeper.
Can you
Had
just
a
say
phone call
perv?
from one of
It's
his
okay.
from one of his
He's being a
side
freak.
his little side doodles went to the bathroom to have interrelation phone calls. And so he didn't notice that everyone was freaking out and trying to run off the bus. And
He went down with it.
yeah, he went down. He had just came out the bathroom and sat at the front of the bus. Ain't that something? And then the water crashed, the glass splashed, and I'm assuming he drowned while covered in glasses of shards.
Glasses of shards.
Yep, glasses of shards.
Glasses of shards.
You have the Final Destination skull in your hand.
This is
Oh, that's the
Boney.
thumbnail. That's the
Hi,
thumbnail right there.
Boney.
Say hi to Boney. Do it.
I said hi.
Until we meet again.
Do it. Do it. Hold on. I got it. Do it. Do it.
Gosh. Stop, you're making me think about Repo.
Boney?
I actually
Boney? What are you
did.
doing?
I did this all myself, actually.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
you shoved a knife into it?
It is a plastic knife that I have for videos and stuff like that. I broke off like the retractable blade and super glued it, and then I got a paintbrush with stage blood and painted it all over it.
How strong do you have to be to shove a plastic?
I don't think you just. I don't think you. So there's no longer the plastic blade on that knife. It's
in,
just the handle.
it's in Boney. You can see it in his
No.
mouth. You're just chroma keying it out. It's green. Unchroma key the knife.
I mean, yeah, Smiley's so strong. He can stab a plastic knife through a plastic skull. That's how strong Smiley is.
Who died after Isaac? Oh yeah, no, it was a the
Olivia?
sex appeal. It was a sex appeal of the movie.
It was Olivia.
Rest in peace, Olivia. So fine, didn't deserve it.
Your wife is right here.
That's okay. Wife agreed. So anyways, yeah, Olivia just slips off the bridge, has a little whoopsie, couldn't get their footing, had butterfingers, fell into the water, and managed to survive that. They swam back up to then a little soccer mom car just plummeted, and you see her looking up into the headlights, and getting absolutely smashed under the water, face caved in, hit in the face, gone. Who was next? It was the black guy.
I think Nathan was his name? Or am I thinking of a different one?
His name is Ron.
Was it?
Maybe, I'm confident it was Ron, but I'm not.
I don't know.
That's
That
it.
sounds
I'm
kind
gonna
of
look it.
racist, but anyways. Got
Ron? How was Ron? Ron is like the least determined name.
Ronald.
Alright, sorry, homie Quandavius there. Shut up.
And after him.
Oh, wait, how did he die?
was-
He got
Don't
smacked
carry
by-
on.
Smacked by a crane.
Yeah.
That sounds dope. Like on the news, man struck by crane. That's kind of a hard title.
Yeah. And then Dennis got killed by tar.
Yeah,
Completely
Dennis got
melted his
tarred.
face.
And then we get our three main characters. They are,
Peter
yeah.
got impaled.
Peter.
You don't talk shit about Peter. I loved his character.
He got impaled.
Peter got impaled. Sam got sliced in half. And Molly survived.
What did you deserve
It
to live?
survived. But you'll understand that joke later.
What did you deserve to live? And then you got
to live?
we got our boy, R.I.P. to the legend, Tony Todd is in this movie. Been with the franchise the entire way.
See, I love Tony Todd because, like, in this, you think it's, like, just continuing off the last one. And then you realize Tony Todd's played these games before!
Played these games before! I said I played these games before!
And right, he's like, oh, well, death does it. Death doesn't like to be cheated. Oh, maybe if you kill, you could do something else. But you think to yourself, hey, this movie's before the first one. How could he know that? Welcome to Final Destination 6.
So there's like a theory out there that Tony Todd experienced that himself, like his character Bloodworth experienced that himself. Like it was part of the lucky few and somehow survived it, and that's how he knows the rules. But also like the rules keep changing because like in the second one it's like new life had to come in for death to stop, and then the third one something else happened, and it was the third and fourth movie the same thing. New life had to come in. And then in this one, they're like, oh, you just have to kill someone in order to take their life.
Well, it's just different ways that you can survive it.
Yeah, Tony
It's-
Todd
it's
knew.
not-
Tony just wanted to run
First of all, don't raise your voice like that.
a little testy test. He knew. He wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah. To see how quickly they will.
Yeah, see if it worked.
See how
The ways
quickly
you can
people
survive
turn.
are if your heart stops and you are brought back, or taking somebody else's life.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then
Don't touch the babies.
Dear God.
That's great. Anyways,
Oh,
yeah.
it is
You learned
hot.
that it was a primo, and bing bang boom, they're off the bus.
Yep.
I know why you think that guy's name is Ron.
Because he looks
Why?
like a Ron.
Is it because Roy?
Because of Roy.
Yeah, I know Roy, but I like it the name Ron.
Roy's
just
death
like the
was
name
pretty
Ron.
dope. Roy's death was pretty dope, getting that hook up in his mouth.
Roy, you okay down there?
What
Really?
happens when you're an
See,
asshole?
I thought he was gonna fall into the spikes because the movie put so much emphasis on the spikes.
Yeah, but they do this. They did that all the time because, like, look at Isaac. His like everyone was it was like foreshadowing like he was gonna burn to death, and then all of a sudden Buddha. Falls on his head.
Like I said, here's a point, here's a point, here's a point. Has nothing to do with how you died.
Yeah, exactly. Because they also didn't bring up like that you can foresee your death.
Mhm.
In this one, like you couldn't really predict. They did know like, okay, there's following a system of an order of how everyone dies on the bridge, but
I'm so upset that they didn't figure that out till like way later after, was it 3 people have died?
yeah. And then by the time they really figured it out, Roy died, and then they're like, wait, who's next?
Who's what? Dennis! Who's Dennis? No shit!
Dennis gets like a wrench stuck in his face.
Dennis! Dennis is next!
Yeah,
It was Dennis!
No shit!
that was so bad.
It was?
No shit!
And
I
let's
hate how
let's get this out of the way. The CGI in that movie was horrible. Like, I don't know why they decided to use CGI. Because,
I
fun
hate how
fact,
Olivia died.
CGI is more expensive than practical
Yeah.
effects. Practical effects just
add
take
more
longer.
blood.
See,
More blood.
one of my big complaints, and this is gotta go back to 4 for a second here, on how awful the CGI was in that one, and thus awful CGI in this one as well.
3D.
Shut the fuck up. They had really good practical effects, and they covered it all with CGI.
Yeah.
Like, they had it, and then there's like,
If you look at the behind the scenes,
slap a
they, like,
band-aid on that.
like you look at the behind the scenes, they did use practical effects, and then they added CGI on it, and it looks like they just added more CGI than they just basically took away the practical
Exactly.
effects.
They used an actual car on fire running down tracks.
They did. Do
You
that,
can't
and
tell.
They did do that.
I'm a little upset by that. It looked so fake, but the car was actually on fire.
Sorry, I'm just scratching my nose.
Shout out to early 2010s, late 2000s for CGI
I don't know why they
happening.
That was like everywhere. It wasn't even just in horror movies. It affected the horror community
yeah.
a lot more because it's so bad. It was like
Look, it was a new big thing. Advancements had been made and nobody knew how to fucking use them.
exactly.
There's a gimmick. 3D's new. People love 3D. We gotta do something 3D. Does
The funny
something
thing is
3D.
3D's been around for so long because like you look at Friday the 13th Part 3 was filmed
Rango
in 3D.
2011.
Yeah.
Rango 2011 being made for 3D and actually turning out well because it's also 2D compatible. Yeah, capable. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so good. I love capamatibleness.
Let's get your words out. It's okay.
It's capable.
Words are hard sometimes, and that's okay.
You know who else is hard
I'm so upset.
sometimes?
I miss Olivia. And
Life.
their death was terrible. They got lasered
You know what the
for
funny
like 2 minutes straight.
I think-
Survives the laser, falls out of a window, and like what was that window made out of for it to be so
Glass.
fragile that a petite young lady can barely touch it and just get absolutely toppled?
You know what that window is made out of?
Sugar.
Glass.
Oh. Well,
She got hit by a car. How does that equate to glass?
She didn't.
Oh
get
wait,
hit
no,
by a
because she
car,
still died on the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
The pieces are connected.
And then her eyeball fell out, and they got ran over by a truck. And the worst part is you hear the pop of the eyeball, like exploding underneath the truck tire.
you see it go goopy.
I like the squish.
I think what was it? It kept people from doing like laser eye surgery for a little bit.
Oh
after
yeah.
that. See, this is what
I was
Final
saying this to
Destination
Explosive
does.
while we were watching. Is that my favorite thing about every Final Destination movie is that like there's at least one kill that traumatizes everybody who watched it.
You know what the funniest thing is when they were doing when they were getting ready to release the sixth one, because they know like the most famous one is the logs on the truck from the second one, and they drove around the country with a semi truck with what it looked like logs on the back of the truck.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Shove them even further to get it into the muscle, and then they attached cables to it and then like electrified it. To yeah. And so I was just watching my knee
I'm pretty
go.
sure that's against the Geneva Conventions.
No, it wasn't like connecting it to like a car battery.
Oh.
Jeez.
It was just a little bzzzt.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like something to kind
just
of
put
like,
a-
stimulate the muscle. Just going.
They put a 9-volt on it.
They put a 48-volt on it.
That's like 6 9-volts.
6 9 volt.
Wait, 9.
That was the funny
18,
number.
27, 36, 45. It's 5.5 9-volts.
There you go. Good job.
Thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you.
I'm mathing. I'm a little math buddy.
Hey, Nova, see, do you think you could put something on top of like Explosive and just like give him like little pats? There,
Yeah,
I'll
give me
give
some
him.
head pats.
Lean over here.
You're petting me.
I'm giving
Nah, I got
Explosive
this.
head pats.
Pet me, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
That's just
hold on. This is not going on
He's
your
getting a
favorite.
little excited. They're getting a little excited.
This
Quit
is
petting the trees.
this is not going on those certain
trees.
websites. This is going on YouTube, okay? So
Pet the bridge.
I'm just grunting. I was running.
Pet the bridge.
Quit petting the bridge.
anyways,
Good
this
bridge.
is gonna be so fun to edit. Hey Sam, I am so sorry for what you're gonna have to deal with in the future.
Sam, you're gonna have $3 cash app to you.
Sam, I'm not sorry. Have fun.
RP Sam, you're gonna make him quit.
Fuck you.
Yeah, and then I'll have to do it.
Okay.
Nobody wants that.
True.
We could take. Wait, what? That's so mean.
See, but here's the thing though. Sam is a mean editor. See, Robin, you do
Yeah.
like things that make you feel so good, but like here's a clip from like another one. He just says "fuck you guys."
I hope he edits a middle finger on there, just like a very poorly edited stock images middle finger just pointing at the screen.
He's gonna put it on your face.
Just anger,
Yes.
progressives, and
Pure rage behind it. Oh my gosh.
it's actually malicious intent.
Yes, Melissa.
After Olivia was Dennis. It was Dennis.
Well, it was supposed
Well-
to be the other guy, and then like Roy was.
Well, I'm
being a
convinced his
dick.
name's Nathan.
So in Final Destination 5, they were trying to beat the horror movie allegation of the black guy always dies.
He died last in this movie.
Shut! You're gonna get the spoiler territory. We didn't get there yet.
We are just talking about the kills and talking about the movie. Explosive. We don't go through the movie step by step.
What if I
Anymore.
didn't see that part?
If you
The
didn't
ending
see
of the movie?
the ending of the movie.
I have. I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. Now be a
just
good
saying,
little
like-
fish. Okay.
I'm a shark.
Nova, throw him in the water.
Please don't put me in the water.
Throw him in the water. You don't deserve to be on top of the head anymore.
Oh.
Water, 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 water.
Yada 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 yada. Oh wait, we're gonna get copyright strike. Sam, edit that out. We can't say. Cardi B's gonna be angry.
Fuck Cardi B. Anyways.
I might.
What?
Nothing.
I'm putting you in the jar.
Don't put me in a jar. This is going on YouTube. You can't jar me.
It's a jar full of farts.
Especially that jar. You actually can't do that jar. Wait, why am I in the back layer?
I don't even know if that's PG.
Why is... What is in...
It's just a jar full of frosting. That's all it was.
Oh my...
The frosting jar.
Alright guys, this is a family-friendly channel.
It is?
Nah, fuck that.
Oh, I didn't receive that information.
So after it was Ron and like he was in the office and Roy is just a mean guy. He doesn't like Ron.
He's racist. 1000%.
And so he gets upset and then
Puts on the
Ron is
fuck
like,
you
"Hey."
on his time card.
yeah. So he comes up there because Ron's like, "Hey, get up here." He's like, "What's up with your time card, man? That's not cool, bro."
There goes your
And
dogs.
Ignore them.
Yeah, it gets into a little argument, and then Ron actually sees a sign of death, and he is trying to move Roy out the way, and in doing so, he
Inadvertently kills
accidentally, he pushes him. The hook falls through the floor, and Roy falls and gets hooked through the face. Pretty
through
good.
underneath the chin and out the top of the head.
Oh yeah.
Which is definitely not the way hooks go.
Well, to see how it was angled,
Yeah, I guess
because
you're
it's a
right.
different type of hook. Because you have like your different types of hooks. There's like some of them that are just 100% like almost curved, and then you have straight up, and then it's kind of coming out of an angle, and that was coming out of an angle. So, and also probably
I'm being
how
informed.
he fell.
I'm being informed by the editor that his name is Nathan.
Yeah, by the editor.
Yeah, Sam is telling me.
Yeah. Damn.
Sam said it's Nathan.
Sam says it's Nathan.
Yeah, Sam said it's Nathan.
Sam says I'm right.
No. Sam just said it's Nathan.
What the fuck?
Sam edit in here celebration.
I'm gonna get it. It's the music. The brain rot music is just hitting today.
You're not gonna get copyright struck for singing.
Nova,
No, I'm just gonna
5
get
seconds of a
struck.
song.
I'm just gonna get physically struck.
hit 'em
strong.
with- hit them with the stick.
Don't bonk me. I know you have a stick.
Bonk them.
Don't bonk me.
Bonk them.
Oh god! Help! 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 That's the whole stick.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Put that away. Put that.
Put that one away.
Wait, what was the bat? I didn't see it.
Nothing. Here's one hammer. There we go.
Bonk. Big fat chucklehead.
Take that, chuckle
And that's
fucks.
okay.
Anyways. Oh, I got headphones.
You do?
Yes.
Wow.
Speaking of which, this video is sponsored by
Now, then,
use Nightmare Code Talkers for 10%.
So, Explosive now, I just have a separate video for that Sam will add in. So, we'll just kind of cut that there and roll the tape. Oh, hi. Didn't know it would record. Oh, wait. This was for the ad. Duh. Hey guys, how's it going? Yes, so instead of adding the ad thing in the video itself, we're gonna go ahead and do it here and just kind of make it a repeat thing. Anyways, this video / podcast is sponsored by Dubby. Dubby is a gamer energy drink that's cheaper than most of the competition. They have tubs, sampler pack, merch, all you can think of. They are way cheaper, like I said before, than your typical other people. I think it's $40 for a tub. And also, if you use promo code Nightmare Talkers with an S, you get 10% off your order. They are doing a collab with Solo Leveling, which is one of the biggest animes going on right now. And so I would recommend getting that. So, yeah. Anyways, again, so it's w.gg and use promo code Nightmare Talkers at checkout. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Fuck you, Sam.
Roll the tape.
I swear to God, if you don't roll the fucking tape right now.
I hope he cuts you off just mid cut off.
And we're back.
No, we're not.
Shh. It's called
Use
editing.
code Nightmare Talker for 10% off.
See, that was the issue trying to do it like during the episode, because the one we did with the explosive, and here's a clip from it, the explosive just went off.
I love using code Nightmare Talkers.
Explosive went off and was like every 5 seconds. Like at one point, we didn't even like finish talking about the movie itself. You go like, Explosive, what do you think of Spiral? Use code Nightmare Talkers.
I did. It was. That's what I was doing.
I remember that part from the movie where you used code Nightmare Talkers.
It was in the movie. It was right there.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so yeah.
Oh, we got to start talking about my favorite character. Pull up his name.
Isaac.
Peter?
It's Peter. He has such bushy eyebrows. I remember
Peter.
James Franco. And he's such a sweet character.
Until the end.
He just was driven like insane because of stress.
because
He didn't
of
want to
love.
die.
Because of
Bro was freaking
love.
out.
He was such a sweet character at first. Then Madeline died and he felt
Fucking Madeline!
he was upset. And then they heard about Isaac's. Well, Isaac wasn't dead yet. They started drinking for Madeline. Isaac got crushed
It's
by.
not Madeline!
Ian got crushed by the Buddha statue.
Oh my god.
And
You're just gonna butcher all the fucking names
Oh
here.
my god.
And then after that, they tried to save Olivia. Olivia didn't make it. And proceeded to get murdered. And then he started like, okay, well, Tony Todd said if we take a life, we get their years. And then we cut to the factory where Nathan accidentally killed Roy, and Peter is pressing him, like he's really pressing him. Like, did you kill him? And
Oh.
no, I can't read lips. What did he say?
Wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Sam in the future.
Hmm.
Can Sam read lips?
Yes.
Well.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyways, starts pressing Nathan like, hey, did you kill him? Did you really kill him? And he was like, yeah, I did. I saw the signs and I pushed him in the way. He was like, then you get his ears. You get his ears.
Yeah.
Then we get to who's next? Dennis. It was Dennis.
Dennis got fucking domed.
And that is the last we see of Nathan
I
in the movie.
love.
That's not the last we see of Nathan in the movie.
Nathan gets crushed by a plane part. Anyways, Dennis's character, because he's like the comic relief, because they were trying to make Isaac the comic relief, and then instead they made him like the pervy kind, and then Dennis
Yeah,
was,
they
like,
made
the
him a
comic
freak.
relief. He, like, I love with the fact that he's like talking to like the FBI agent over the phone. He's like, should we have code names?
What are our code names?
Yo, like Pete is just acting really weird. It's like
Over and
kill
out.
or be killed. Over and out. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Did you just correct me? Did you just correct me on your name? Look away. All right, let's get on the bus.
Who's Isaac?
Oh my
Was
gosh.
he dead?
When he was reading the eulogy and he said like talking about Isaac being dead, and they're like, I see dead people.
See dead people.
Yeah, no, Olivia was like, I'm sorry, I'm just bad with funeral. Nathan went, I see dead people.
And then you have like people, like the people behind them were just like, are you fucking serious right now?
You're laughing during a funeral? Yes.
I left during funerals, which is why I can't go to anymore.
I can't make too many jokes about a funeral because it was a couple weeks ago. I had to go to Sam's Nana's funeral, so
So sad.
Moment of silence.
yeah. R.I.P. Nana.
Alright.
All right, you can keep yapping once more.
You know we haven't heard yap a lot because Explosive's been yapping a lot?
Is it the
Nova.
Code Nightmares Talker sponsor?
Nova.
Ah!
Nova.
Hi!
You get to start yapping now.
What?
Yep.
What?
You're the co-host, and I'll pull up like a sheet, and you've talked less than Explosive has talked more than both of us combined.
Yeah. That's just.
This is why
that's
we
just
need a
what they do.
script.
You don't need a script.
That's why we gotta script this.
This is
Nah.
all unscripted.
I love horror movies. I'm gonna yap.
Everyone who's listening loves horror movies.
They do?
Yes. Hopefully.
Then why are they listening to us bastardize them?
True. It's because of Explosive's voice.
Yeah. That would also listen because of Explosive's voice.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry. Was that too much for you, Smiley? Did you feel something?
Riley, don't get too excited now.
I felt my eyeballs vibrate for some reason. Like my eyeballs vibrated.
You love the bass.
Just,
I love having a decent microphone.
Someone's like painting of their girlfriend just like fell off the wall because the amount of bass that was in there. They have us connected to a subwoofer.
It's gone.
Natural bass.
Yeah. Anyways, Nova,
Nova.
what was your favorite kill and what you
My
think
favorite kill?
of the movie?
Favorite kill.
I got glass. No, I legit have glass.
Oh.
Was that edible?
No, it's real
Eat it.
glass. I have my
Eat it.
picture. A picture
Eat
of
it.
me and my best friend fell off my desk, and the glass shattered. He hasn't seen it yet.
You don't. Did you Photoshop and edit a picture of me into a photo, please?
What?
Am I not your
Oh.
best friend?
I don't even
Print it
have.
out.
I don't even have a photo of you.
And that's okay. Just like
I can provide.
just do what a lot of people do with their dad. Just imagine it's someone like very famous.
We'll exchange.
Yeah.
Nova, we'll exchange. You give me a photo of Explosive, and I'll give you their favorite number.
No. 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 Stop poggies. No poggies for that.
So, for the people who are watching and listening, for out of context, we had a huge argument in Discord over numbers. And Explosive was
This is
like, I'm going to tell you, that's why I'm not going to tell you my favorite number. So I messaged Explosive. and I
What's
was
your
like,
favorite number?
tell me your favorite number. And he was like, don't worry, I'll tell you. And they told me, they're like, don't tell Nova.
That's fucked up.
You know my name and my favorite color. That's all you need to know.
What's your
about
favorite?
me.
Actually, you know what the
And
funny
you know my
thing?
favorite flower.
You know, here's the funny thing.
I do know your favorite flower.
Here's the funny thing, Nova. They actually sent me the wrong. They sent me a number, and they're like, "Oh, that's actually I was just lying to you, but you actually guessed my favorite number." Me and Explosive both have the same favorite number.
Oh shit.
I even gave the reasoning why it's my favorite number.
And I
it
gave the
has to do
reasoning.
with gambling.
And my favorite is because that's what I wore playing football.
There's so many numbers.
I know, there's like...
Is it 7?
Alright, let's list all the best numbers. At number 10,
Okay,
7. At number 9, 10.
Nova, what did you think of Final Destination 5 before we get too off the rails here?
Despite the shitty CGI, pretty good movie.
Yeah. What was your
Entertaining.
What was your favorite kill in that movie?
My favorite kill.
Or favorite death, because
Uh,
technically there wasn't. Well, there was only one
Yeah.
kill, but favorite death.
Well.
Besides the one that you had to explain to Explosive, why that was.
Oh, I can't say that one.
Ballerina backflip.
Why do you keep calling her a ballerina?
It's a pretty ballerina.
It was very majestic.
She was a fairy.
I really enjoyed the FBI agent's death. Honestly, it was unexpected.
Wow, that's racist.
What the fuck?
You're not a horror movie fanatic if you think gunshots are gonna
Oh my god.
be good enough.
You know
Like,
what?
in the grand scope of like the entire movie, but it's full of these fantastical deaths. Just like, oh yeah, and this guy got shot. You're like,
This is,
Oh.
you know, I get Nova's point.
normal deaths can occur here too.
I get Nova's point because of the fact that all the other deaths in Final Destination were out there and kind of crazy. And then when you just have like a regular gunshot wound death, it is like it's out of left field comparatively.
Exactly.
You know what was really out of left field? Flight 180.
True.
That too.
Put They put so much detail on his death and the way he panicked. He was like, "No, no, this can't be happening."
What do you? Nova, be honest. How much did Explosive cry when Pete got killed?
At least double that.
At least double that. Pete died
was
in
so
a
upset.
very, very epic way.
Like, no, he was such a good character.
Obscured.
He was sweet at the beginning, a little flirtatious. Girlfriend died. Man got a little upset. He got drunk. He started throwing glass at the wall. He got very pushy and irrational, which is very realistic and great acting on his part. And the way in the final confrontation, he just like, I can't do it. I can't kill a stranger. They don't deserve it. But Maddie, you're fucking next, bro.
Molly.
Molly.
And okay. Like Peter, near the end, he aura farms, right? He starts setting up the kitchen to absolutely murder the main character's girlfriend, Madeline. Anyways, man aura farms, right? He shoots a pipe. The pipe starts blowing steam. This man
Propane.
just opens his jacket to protect himself in a smooth ass walk. Like, he's just strutting, walks through the steam, jacket open, not getting hurt, just keeps walking after. Like, bro, aura farm, this man has so much of it.
And then yes.
You can just say you want to fuck Peter.
You could just say that.
Yes, with nice
Explosive,
eyebrows.
Explosive, do you want to sleep with Peter? Do you?
No, but I do want to be
Jesus
friends with him.
Fucking Christ! You dick.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
Volume warning.
My eyeballs vibrated again.
Whoa.
It's okay. He was a good character. I'm sad he died.
Yeah.
I wish he killed Molly and got the years. Which I guess wouldn't be many. It would be 2 weeks.
No,
Wait,
it
was
was
it 2 weeks or 2 months?
No, it wasn't even 2 months. It was 2 weeks later, yeah. Because then,
man.
turns out, Final Destination 5 is a prequel because they go on Flight 180. I do like how they edited in the original movie in there.
Mhm.
To see them getting dragged off.
They were in the documentary. They said they brought back a bunch of actors.
Yeah.
They did, but also they did edit a lot of that in there too because they wanted to make them look younger because by that point a lot of them were older.
What?
You're telling
You mean 11 years later you age?
I didn't. I still look like I did when I started middle school.
Do I look like I did when I was 11?
Okay,
No.
okay. We're not going to go there because we are going into the Chris Hansen territory. Smiley, get the picture of Chris Hansen off the screen. Anyways,
Do the one where he's pointing.
yes. Here you go, Sam. Anyways. So, but yeah, so Final Destination, and it was funny because when Nathan gets killed, it was like he learned that Roy was actually like super close to death.
He had
Yeah.
a tumor in his brain.
No, it wasn't a tumor. It was a blood vessel that was about to pop.
Yeah.
He was about to have a brain aneurysm. And then, like,
And then
he-
life's a pitch.
I love how like Nathan knew he felt he felt the building start to shake, and he's just like, "Yep, I'm dying right here." He gets hit by a tire.
Oh yeah, I mean,
From
it's
Flight
not a bad
180.
thing that Roy died. He was due to die any time now. He what?
I think it's funnier if
He what?
you imagine Flight 180 is only supposed to crash to kill Nathan. That was the entire reason he crashed.
True.
Death was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get you, fucker. Ah, here's a plane crash."
It is interesting because it's also really sad, too, just because of the fact that Sam and Molly went through all of that stuff just to then blow up on Flight 180, like 2 weeks
Yeah.
later. And so,
Molly didn't deserve to die. She was supposed to survive.
yeah,
She wouldn't have even been on that flight if Sam had died like he was supposed to.
See, I think that's the crazy part because once you actually start looking into it, there's so many plot holes because then that it makes kind of everything pointless because if Peter killed Molly, there would only been 2 weeks to live anyways. Nathan killed Roy, only 2 weeks to live anyways. Dennis! It was Dennis!
it's all Dennis's fault.
It all comes back to Dennis.
Okay, the wrench to the face was kind of cool though.
It was a pretty dope way
Yeah.
of dying, I guess. I don't know if that's like a thing to say. Like, oh, what is an awesome way to die? Yeah, so we're just gonna get like a wrench shoved to the face. Do you think like they're just sitting there like storyboarding the thing, and they're just like, what is the best way to kill someone?
No, I think they forgot to kill him and they were in the factory and I was like, yep, well, here we go.
Like, how do we kill this guy?
We don't have a big enough budget. 4 flopped. Here's a wrench.
Yeah, because we spent all of our money on CGI.
Here's a. You get to have one prosthetic.
Yeah, but
Yay!
prosthetic practical effects are cheaper than CGI.
We blew the budget on CGI.
Yeah.
They had to really animate him falling down because there's like a half a scene, half a frame of him getting hit with a wrench.
True.
Wait, what if movies started adding impact frames? That would be so funny. Just like a black screen with an outline.
There you
Yeah,
go.
they should.
But yeah, so that is the final. Sorry, I stutter sometimes.
Was that satisfaction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, that's his Final Destination 5. That's what we think of the movie, of the Final Destination 5. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I give it. I give it 3 out of 5 log trucks.
It's stabs, not log trucks.
Log trucks.
You know what? We'll make it a special occasion because it's Final Destination.
Logs to the head.
Log stabs.
There you go. Nova.
Just put punji sticks.
I'd probably say 2.5 or 3 out of 5.
3. I would give it a higher one if they didn't use so much CGI because the storyline was pretty good. Out of like all the other ones, the acting and the story, like the written story, was a lot better than the other ones before it.
Actually, get a character to care about.
Yeah.
I would
And
probably,
Olivia's sex appeal.
And characters to not care about.
Olivia was only there to be hot.
True. And they got lasered in the eyeball.
Yeah, they took their glasses off, and that was the end of the attraction to me. Glasses really rounded out the face.
I know the VTuber model is on, but I just feel like Nova's just like turned around and staring at you right now.
Surprisingly, no.
Sure about that?
Put the glasses on!
They
Oh,
fucking
oh.
after this. Anyways. I'm kidding. I don't know. Anyways.
They put the glasses on, now they look like Olivia.
That's what Explosive is thinking. Anyways. I would give it probably like a 2. Maybe 2.5. Just because it's
What?
also the 5th movie of the series.
Yeah.
So, Now I don't know what Final Destination 6 has entailed, but obviously we'll get to it once it comes out on streaming, like DVD and also streaming platforms. We'll get to it because we don't want to do that beforehand because we want you guys to go to the theater and watch it for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm planning on watching it in the theaters. So
We've already watched it.
I think you're only giving it 2 stabs because you forgot. It was Dennis! It was Dennis!
Nope.
But it was Dennis!
And half a stab for Dennis.
It was Dennis!
But yes, we encourage you to go watch Final Destination 6, which is out in theaters right now.
It's really good.
As of recording this episode, you can watch.
If it hasn't been spoiled by TikTok,
True.
go do it.
You can watch the other 5 Final Destination movies on Max or on YouTube or whatever streaming platform that you have, which we encourage.
They're changing it to
that.
HBO Max because they're having an identity crisis
You know what
again.
the funny thing is like they were HBO Max before, then they switched to Max, and now they're going back to HBO Max.
So the full letter was in chronological order: HBO Max, HBO, HBO Go, HBO Go Max, Max. Now they're going back to HBO Max. Their identity
like all your
crisis
tweets.
making it inconvenient because they also keep switching entire app platforms every time they change the name.
True. Anyways, so yes, anything you guys want to say to these fine people?
Use code Nightmare Talkers.
That didn't scare me this time.
Well, you tried.
Richtofen?
Yes.
Oh,
So sexy.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar.
But for real, what do you want to tell to these lovely people?
Eat lead flesh bags! Anyways, I want to say hi. I hope you guys are having a good day. If you're not having a good day, do something about it. And, fight that person. Fight that person. You know the one. Yeah, just go ahead and slap him and tell him no.
Yeah.
We
Do not cause violence. I do not support violence. Yeah.
We do not encourage violence on this channel.
Yeah.
Nova, you have anything to say to these people?
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. Watch the 6th movie. It's real good. Go watch it in theaters. It's good in theaters.
It was a nice little date night.
It was.
Aw, so cute. Must be nice to be in love. I don't know what that feels like.
Oh, smiling.
I wouldn't call it that. I told him not to lay a finger on me while we're watching that movie.
Anyways, well, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, listen.
I already do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And my
I
mom
forgot
just
to do half of
subscribed.
those things.
Let's see if all 3 of us can say it at the same time. And as always, people, be
Use code Nightmare Talkers.
Be spooky.
Hey, if you say I'm finished coming, is that your final destination?